going down with the YouTube, man? It's the kid DC Wrestling. Back once again with another one like always, man. Gonna be talking about, Monday Night Raw tonight. This was the first Raw coming off the heels of the Bash of Berlin pay-per-view. And yeah, man, overall, this was a pretty good show tonight. I know one of the main things obviously as you see in the picture here, we had main event Jey Uso and Damian Priest team up. I want to say for the very first time ever to take on Finn Balor and Jaden McDonagh, and pretty solid main event. Obviously, crazy ending to it, but we had some other stuff take place on the show, which was pretty good. We saw the whole brawl with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Now, before Drew McIntyre had came out there, because we didn't know he was coming out there, CM Punk had pretty much made his intentions clear that he was done with Drew McIntyre, and that his next person he was going after was the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, because he wanted to challenge Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. But again, Drew McIntyre came out and attacked at CM Punk, and not only took again his bracelet, but ripped the bracelet. So you already know next week or whenever CM Punk comes back, CM Punk is going to beat the absolute hell out of Drew McIntyre, because again, that damn bracelet involves two of the most important people that most matter in CM Punk's life. Obviously, that being his dog and that being his wife. But I said it back at Bash in Berlin that there's just no way that you don't do CM Punk and Drew at Bad Blood. They're definitely gonna do another match, a final matchup at Bad Blood. Call it Hell in a Cell, call it what you will, but I do think we definitely, especially after what we saw tonight, we get the trilogy. But you had the Intercontinental Championship tournaments tonight too. Now Bronson Reed was supposed to be involved in one of them, the one with Sheamus, and Ludwig Kaiser, but obviously, Bronson Reed, we all obviously heard what happened to him. Hopefully he gets better. So Braun Strowman, despite the fact his big SOB self was not medically cleared to compete, I don't know how he was able to get the medical. I think he lied to Adam Pearce, to be honest with you. But nevertheless, he was able to compete despite the fact that he was hurt, and he won. So he is going to be a part of the Fatal 4-Way next week. And same goes for what happened earlier tonight, man. Same goes what happened in the earlier Triple Threat match, which was really good. Dragunov on that one. And yeah, man, obviously Rhea Ripley's still not done with Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's like, you want a shot? I'll give you a shot. And also on this show, you had Gunther come out, talk about Bash Berlin. But then you had Sami Zayn come out there. And obviously the story writes itself, Sami Zayn proposing a challenge himself as the next challenger, because of the fact that he was realistically the only person or the first person to beat Gunther here on the main roster. And then, of course, you got to go back to also what happened with the women. The freaking women over there taking over with Sonya Deville and her group. We saw the return of La Valkyria. And, the babyface women are trying to fight back the heel trio stable, obviously. And then we saw the tag team title match with Damage Control and Alba Fire and Issa Dawn. I actually thought Damage Control was going to win, but obviously they didn't. And then we saw, like I said, man, just an overall really good episode of Raw, We also, and this is going to be the last thing I say before I wrap things up, but we saw the a new announcer for Monday Night Raw. Michael Cole's going to be on SmackDown until January when him and Pat McAfee return. But Joe Tessitore, I think that's how you pronounce his last name, he's going to be, along with Wade Barrett, commentating on Raw. He was actually pretty good. I actually obviously known him from the Madden games or just football in general. He was really good in commentary in football. So he should definitely be pretty good here at Raw, or, WWE in general. He didn't really have a bad night tonight either. But yeah, man, that has been Monday Night Raw, and we'll see what happens next.